Hi, I'm Nadia Dunn. Welcome to CCL TV. We're here today at the eCommerce Berlin Expo, and joining me is Eve from BigTranslation. Eve, thanks so much for being here in lovely sunny Berlin.
Yes, thank you very much for inviting us to talk to you guys, and we're very happy to be here in Berlin, which, as you say, is sunnier than usual.
It is, isn't it? It's warm.
It is.
And when did you get here?
Yesterday. So we've been here for about not quite 24 hours, and we've been really lucky to be able to see a little bit of the city as well as the events that have taken place up till now for the expo.
And tell us about BigTranslation, your role there and where you're based, because I know you're not in London anymore, are you?
No, we're not. Well, my role is CEO of the company, BigTranslation, and we are a translation agency aimed specifically at digital clients. And no, we're actually a Spanish company. So we've got our headquarters in Valencia, Spain. But because of the way that we work, we've got a digital platform and everything is done remotely. So we've got our team of team leaders in Valencia, but all of our translators are based in their home countries around the world.
And how many languages do you speak?
Not as many as some people. I would say 4 at a push, being native English, and then I've got Spanish, French, and a bit of Valencian as well.
That is incredible. Yeah. A lot more than most people. Could you tell us about your USP for BigTranslation?
Yeah, well, really, BigTranslation, the whole concept that we really wanted to work on was to be like a traditional translation agency, offering all of the kind of languages, services that you'd expect, but to do it in a more disruptive way, because really the company was born to respond to the needs of the digital sector rather than the more traditional sectors that maybe we associate with translation agencies. So we specifically wanted to be able to cater to e-commerce. So really the formula that we've opted for is to combine native translators always living in the country of their mother tongue so that everything is really high quality, well localized. But we've combined that with a digital platform that we've developed ourselves so that what we can do is kind of centralize and automate all of the kind of processes that don't need to be done manually so that we can keep quality high, costs as low as possible, and make our service as quick, efficient, and cost-effective as possible, really.
And then coming to an expo like this, what does that do?
Oh, well, for us, it was an easy option. We saw that the expo was going to be happening in these dates, and for us, it was a really good opportunity to reach all of our international clients or possible international clients as well, new collaborators, new partners. But also Germany is one of our strongest markets currently. So it was an opportunity to kind of reinforce those partnerships with German clients, to kind of also meet new e-commerce and new service providers that might have a need to internationalize or to boost one of their international markets. So for us, it's a great option.
And for other e-commerce and supply chain companies, what else could they get out of coming here?
Oh, I think there's loads to get out of it. Really, from what we've seen so far, there's some really, really great companies that come here. I would say it's a really good opportunity to, if they've not been to this kind of event before, we've actually seen that there are a lot of companies that aren't for example, if you go to a lot of the Spanish events, sometimes you end up sort of seeing the same companies, the same partners, and this is a good opportunity to meet newer partners. Especially, we've seen there's a lot of German companies, a lot of international companies. I'd say go for it. We're happy to have made the decision to come.
Excellent. And are there any key challenges at the moment within the industry that you're trying to combat?
Really, I would say challenges. We kind of help companies to overcome the challenges that they face within the e-commerce world, for example. So rather than challenges within the translation sector, our main focus at the minute is to kind of say, okay, what are the challenges for you guys as an e-commerce or you guys as a service that wants to spread to a new country? And often opportunities and challenges kind of go together. So the challenges present new opportunities, yes. Opportunities bring challenges up. But mainly, I would say we help people with internationalization. Often there are companies, especially sometimes we're working with startups, and they don't know how to take that first step to internationalize their business. So we've got an expert team behind the scenes that can say, well, this would be the best, or a good strategy to follow, or this would be a better way to boost your visibility and optimize everything in this market. Depending on the priorities that every company has, we can kind of say, well, we would offer this option and make it as scalable as possible and as cost effective as possible to kind of translate a whole catalog or a whole platform. So.
And talking of strategies,
Yes.
what are your short, mid and long-term strategies for 22, 23?
Oh, well, we've got a lot. We're a company that's very much based on lots of sort of quarterly aims, quarterly objectives, as well as annual objectives. But really, I would say our objectives can kind of fall into three realms to kind of sum up for you. So the first would be to optimize and increase all of our 360 language services. So we really want to respond to the needs of the digital sector nowadays. So one of our options, for example, we're currently launching a service of translation of chatbots. So a lot of e-commerce companies need that. And it actually requires a kind of intelligent translation where you translate. And we also help them to kind of teach their AI systems to understand the culture of the public in question. That would be one aspect. The second would be to create the very best experience for all of our partners, which is both clients and translators. So we're always renovating our website for the best user experience. We're also at the minute trying to revamp all of our platforms so that it's as user-friendly as possible and responds to all of the needs that we have to be as quick and efficient as possible. And then also to kind of consolidate BigTranslation's place as a sort of benchmark within the translation sector, to be as present as possible, as visible as possible, and kind of respond to everything that anybody needs in terms of 360 language services.
So you've got a busy time ahead.
We do.
That sounds amazing.
Exactly. So we're full steam ahead, and it's an exciting sort of time for us.
It really is.
Yeah.
And you were telling me that you do a bit of Irish dancing.
Yes.
How do you fit that in with all those goals?
With difficulty, not as often as I would like to. But I think it's another cultural thing that's kind of, I think if you're based around languages and cultures and things, these kind of things appeal to you. And so whenever I've got a little bit of time, I try to do that.
Well, next time that you come onto CCL TV, we'll ask you to do a little demo for us. I won't spring it. Now, lastly, if you could describe in one word your experience here in Berlin and at the Expo, what would it be?
Oh, in one word. I'm not very good at one word. I would just say positive, which maybe sounds very sort of standard, but really for us, I think it's been a positive experience. We've really enjoyed. We've had a really warm welcome, and we're looking forward to the rest of the day.
That's great. And actually, lastly, what do you think about CCL TV being here at the Expo?
Oh, it's great. we were really excited to discover that you were here, and I think it's a great addition to the event. Often you don't have this kind of service in this sort of event, and it's a really nice addition. Yeah.
Oh, it's been lovely to see you. Thank you so much, and good luck with the rest of the year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.